Hey everyone, welcome to DJs and Drinks. I'm Larry. I'll be your host for tonight, and I am excited about what we have lined up. Hopefully, everyone can hear me. We're excited to bring this to you. Like I said, this is DJs and Drinks. I want to give a special thanks. I want to give a special thanks to our sponsors for today. I want to give a special thanks to Tito's Handmade Vodka, Bud Light, 1800 Tequila, and Bacardi for really helping us out and bringing this to you all into your living room. This is the I'll be honest with everyone. I'm a little nervous because you get to see my kitchen and see what's there. So I see that we are live, and I am, like I said, excited. And thank you everyone for joining. We have a great lineup. For our feature this week is Greg's Art Place. I'm going to have a few guests join us, and then we're just going to get the ball rolling. And then at the end, bring it together and have a dance party. You can have a dance party in your living room, wherever you are, in your kitchen. I know I'm going to be jamming here in my kitchen, where there won't be any tea being spilled, but there will be lots of drinks being poured. So hopefully you guys are ready for me to just take you on this ride. Our first guest today will be Chris Hanberg. Chris is the executive director of Indie Pride. Chris, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually at the Pride office because my house is chaotic. And I just came in to talk with everybody and see how everyone's doing and talk about Pride and anything else we want to talk about.
Awesome. Thank you for joining. Chris and I, we're in the office together, just chatting it up, and our Indie Pride board of directors, all volunteers, and have been anxious just to get back into the offices and just to love on one another there. But Chris, I'm so happy that you're here. And you just want to, as my first guest, I'm just going to throw it out there. I know last week we talked about, some exciting things happening with Indie Pride and our virtual, Pride. Can you give us any more updates of what to look for?
Well, just again, we all wish that we were in person, hanging out and being with the community and supporting each other that way. But virtual is just the way we've got to do this for the time being as the pandemic progresses. So we do plan to have live events next summer, sometime in the future when it's safe for everyone to come out. But for the virtual festival, we've got a lot of really exciting things planned. I can't share too much right now, but we are quickly shifting because initially we had moved everything to August. So we had a couple of months to sort of see what happens. But then when we decided like an August in-person event is not feasible, then we've got to quickly learn all the virtual platforms and figure out what works and what doesn't. So, I'm really thankful for the volunteers and the staff that are putting in long hours to make it work. So a little bit of a tease is there will be some celebrity guests that do some shout outs.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Very excited about that. I was trying really hard to get Lex Luthor from Smallville, Mr. Michael Rosenbaum, to do a shout out, but he's unavailable. So, but we do have some irons in the fire there. But I guess, Larry, like, how are you holding up? I haven't really talked to you that much.
I know, we've been Zoom meetings a lot. I'm holding up good here. A lot of exciting things have happened for me, in regards to how do we as a board come together and still, do the things we need to do as the board of directors of Indie Pride. And that's something that's, challenging for us, and it's new for everyone. But, I'm, proud that, we have a team and a staff there at Indie Pride that's been thinking very creatively of how do we connect with the community virtually? How do we continue to build that pride, within Pride here for Indianapolis? And how do we continue to just support one another through this? So, because of all that support, I've been able to just, take each day new and really just continue. So I just want to switch gears a little bit because I know Chris, is as a family man, I know you have some dad jokes.
I do have a couple of dad jokes. I don't like to tell jokes though. I like to tell stories. So like earlier today, one of the kids said, Daddy Chris, you never listen to me when I talk.
Okay.
And I said, well, that's a strange way to start a conversation. Huh? No?
Oh, Chris.
No.
I'm gonna let you have that one.
Okay.
Hopefully there's been some laughing, emojis shared.
Yeah. I hope so. I have a couple, but they just sort of spring on me, and then when spring comes, I wet my plants.
Okay, I'm gonna have to cut you off.
Right, cut me off. Yeah, this water is getting a little too strong. Real quick though, I do want to say that last Saturday we had a lot of people that volunteer with Indie Pride, and they were protesting with Black Lives Matter, and some of especially the Sean Reed, the death of Sean Reed, and we released a statement this week. And some folks didn't really feel like we went far enough. And so I just wanted to take this time to make it very clear that we stand with the protesters and we stand with Black Lives Matter. And I know that this is a sort of a fun event, but also part of Indie Pride is that we started as a protest movement. And I really want to make that very clear to folks, because it's been bothering me all week that some people read our statement and they were discouraged when they were meant to feel encouraged. And so I want to make that very clear, especially I had friends out there that were not treated respectfully by law enforcement, and some of the media reports coming out reflect that. And I really admire those folks that put their little lives on the line to protest for what they believe in. So I wanted to say that, and I know that Larry, you and I have had lots of conversations about it this week, and so I wanted to say that before we get into some more of the fun. So,
Chris, I'm glad you said that. It's been weighing heavy on my heart. Like you said, we've had a lot of conversations, regarding what's happening in our own backyard. So like Chris said, we stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matters and with all the protesters, the peaceful protesters that have been out there on the front line, really, fighting for equality for all. So,
and not to belabor the point too much, but I had a very harsh emotional reaction last Saturday because I'm looking at Michigan, where white people are storming state capitals with assault rifles and pictures of them being an inch from the police officer's face. And they're just standing there like the guards at Buckingham Palace, not flinching. And in this situation, it didn't seem like it could be handled without using force. And it was mostly because it felt like it was mostly because it was Black, brown, people of color, queer people protesting. And so it's been weighing heavy on my heart. And I know that a lot of folks felt that way. So I just wanted to take a second to address that.
Chris, thank you. I think for us, for our platform, we have the responsibility to do so. And that's something that I have always, and Chris has heard me in our boardrooms, is that, when we have the responsibility to step up, we should do so. Mm-hmm.
But we've got to get to Greg's.
Yes. So I'm excited. Greg's Art Place is our featured bar this week, and we're excited to bring Greg's on. So Greg, are you there?
Sure.
Hey, Greg.
Hello
there. Thank you for joining us. We're excited to learn a little bit more about Greg's Art Place. If everyone doesn't know, Greg's has been one of the pillars here for the LGBTQ plus community here in Indianapolis for decades. So, for us to have this opportunity to learn a little bit of history, get to know, the owner, and really, have that connection, because most of us it's been a while since we've been at Greg. So because of the current pandemic. So we're really excited. I'm just happy to see the curtain back there. So yeah, Greg, tell us a little bit, about yourself and a little bit about how Greg's came to be Greg's.
Well, I've been here 11 years. I started out as a bartender and just kind of worked my way up. If you want to go before that, I went to Indiana University. I majored in broadcast journalism. That's not what I ultimately wound up getting into, obviously. And then before that, went to high school up on the north side here. And now I own Greg's and proudly own Greg's.
Yes, we're happy that you own it. And Greg's, who would have thought Greg's and Greg's, yes.
I know, I lucked out in that sense.
Greg,
I totally lucked out.
I think Chris has a story.
Yeah.
He'd like to share with us regarding Greg.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't think that you were working there back in, let's say, like 2003, 2004. I was not an out and proud gay man. I was a closeted youth pastor in Anderson, Indiana, coming to terms with my sexuality. And so I would occasionally sneak down to Indianapolis to explore gay spaces. And mostly just meet people from gay.com and say, let's have a drink. Remember gay.com? Yeah, you do.
I'm sorry, Chris, I don't.
Oh, shut up, Larry. So the first gay bar I went to, I had talked with Hallie Pino, who wasn't a drag queen. I just knew Hallie Pino was Calvin. And I went to Greg's and I walked in and there were all of these, gay people that I'd never been around gay people in that sort of way before. And I just remember sighing so heavily and being like, this is how people must feel when they go to church. And I was a youth pastor. And I remember, like, from that moment on, I always felt like Greg's was home. And so I appreciate your ownership, your leadership, your making the space continued and relevant for today's changing LGBTQ community. And so we're happy to support you and highlight you here tonight.
Well, thanks, Chris. You and I grew up in the same area, if you remember, out there. Out there.
In Fortville.
Yeah, out there in Fortville, Clarendon. So I spent many, could have been probably arrested in Fortville. Many times arrested in Fortville. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, back then, I don't know that I was born yet, so I'm kidding.
Chris, I told you we weren't going to spill any tea here.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Yeah, love the cornfields of Fortville. I mean, it's a place to be now, which is kind of scary. But anyway, thanks again for being here, Greg. Thank you, Larry. I hope you have a great time hosting, and I'll let you continue on with the show.
All right. Thank you, Chris, for joining us.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Chris.
Hey, Greg, I still got a few more questions up my sleeve a little bit, just to get to know a little bit more about, Greg's itself. Are there ghost stories that I guess there's a rumor around there's some ghosts in Greg's? Could you share with us?
There are a few. I've heard from past employees, some that are still with us and some that are not. But from past employees, I've heard that where you could see ghosts in the mirrors. We have mirrors here, many of them, less than what we used to have. But we have always watching. Picture. What's that?
It says someone's always watching because of the mirror.
Someone's always watching. So, but there's a couple of pretty convincing pictures that people have taken with their cell phones and with our mirrors here. So yeah, you can see them. I have never seen them, but you can see them on other people's phones. So, but personal stories, I can go from anywhere from being downstairs, being here by myself late at night or early in the morning where there's nobody here. And I have come back upstairs a couple times swearing to God there was somebody walking around here. I mean, footsteps clearer than anything you have ever heard. And you just get the heebie-jeebies. And a couple times I've raced out of here because they're that clear. So, and then a couple of times working late night with a couple bartenders, thought I was talking to the bartenders because they were behind the bar and all the customers had left and they were behind the bar. I was out here cleaning up and saw people walking out of the corner of my eye, literally having a conversation with them who I thought were my employees, but my employees were downstairs, and I can almost tell you what that person who I thought was walking through the bar that I saw out of the corner of my eye was wearing. And I still can. It was a black and white vertical striped shirt and blue jeans. And I know I saw it.
That would definitely scare me.
It was pretty.
If you know me, I don't like scary movies. So that whole experience there.
I went downstairs and like literally the bartenders were downstairs doing their thing and went down there like a horror film. It was I had the heebie-jeebies pretty bad because I know I saw somebody out of the corner of my eye. I know I did.
See, I wouldn't mind seeing a drag ghost. That might catch my eye even more.
There's probably a few of those in here too.
So Greg, can you share with us, do you have a real good fond memory you would like to share with us in regards to Greg's?
My fondest memory, other than, there's so many. I can tell you the very first time I came out here, if you would have told me when I came out in such and such year, that I would have owned this place, years later, I would have told you that you were crazy. But this is the very first bar that I came to, gay bar, LGBTQ bar, that I had ever went to. And now I own it years later. So it's come full circle in that sense. But I've got so many fond memories. I still have fond memories. Fond memories happen every day that I'm here. So, and I will always have those. So there's from the customers to employees. I could pick 1,000 right now.
All those stories. It really highlights the fact that Greg's has been like I said, a pillar within our community in regards to the LGBTQ plus history. So I'm very happy for you to share that. Greg, is there anything that the community can do to support Greg's during this time?
Well, first of all, let me thank everybody during the closing and the pandemic. I've had so many customers literally text my phone, if not on my phone, sent me messages on Facebook, just checking up on us, checking on me, and that makes such a difference, and to me and to really anybody. So just checking up on us and checking up on your friends. It doesn't have to necessarily be us or me, but checking on your friends. But keep checking up on Greg's. Other than that, we're selling our merchandise on Etsy.com. And then once you go underneath Etsy.com, you punch in Greg's Our Place, and then we're selling our merchandise on there. It's going really, really fast. So the selection right now has really dwindled, but we're getting a new shipment in on Thursday with all kinds of new summer stuff. Lots of bright colors.
Everyone better get out there and get that swag from Greg's.
Yes, it's going like that. So, and then you'll see that shop. It's under the back patio is what we're calling the boutique. It's a boutique shop. And we're going to expand that and start selling other things other than our like shirts and tank tops and sweatshirts in the winter time. So you'll see a lot more stuff come on there. And then there was a GoFundMe page for the employees here that a customer, a good customer, Chris Becker, created for us. And that was to support the Greg's employees, which thank you for everybody that did that too. That has helped tremendously.
Yeah, I can contest. I've seen tremendous support for our LGBTQ plus bar staff here and restaurant staff here in Indianapolis. And all I can say is thank you to everyone, just as you're saying. But Greg, I really want to thank you for joining us. And can't wait to get to Greg's and start dancing out on that dance floor that you guys have.
I know. Well, when you come back, which is June 14th, I believe, as of now, if it stays that way, people are going to be pleasantly surprised what we're doing and what we've done to the bar. So a couple of adjectives, descriptive words. We wanted to go with sensual, classy, and sexy. So, and that's all I'm going to say.
See,
So,
that got me really excited.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away too much, but so we're looking forward. We're so ready for everybody to come back in. We miss everybody. Daniel and I, who you'll see here in a minute, talk about it all the time, about how much we miss everybody, and we're looking so forward to seeing everybody again because, you know, almost everybody comes in here they're our friends, and we look at them as family. And I think most every bar can say that their clientele, they look at them as family, and I've worked in other bars and other restaurants, and it's been like that, but it's different in here. And I can't put my finger on it, but it's a closeness that I've never had in any other bar or restaurant that I've ever worked in. So we're looking so forward to everybody coming back here.
All right. And so are we. We're looking forward to stepping into, you know, all of those descriptive words. So speaking of Daniel, I know that, you know, Daniel's going to be joining us because Daniel's going to help us mix up some drinks tonight.
Yes,
hey, Daniel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, awesome. I was like, I'm going to keep smiling until Daniel appears. I'm like, I don't think they want me to start making drinks on my end. So Daniel, can you know, how are you doing today? I'll start with that.
I'm doing good. It's been a very long day as far as doing work on the house. It's been my life for the last couple months. Literally just fixing up my house, doing what I can to keep busy. You know, not being at work, I like to work all the time. Well, I'm a workaholic, so this whole not working thing has been killing me a little bit.
Okay. So Daniel, what cocktails are you whipping up?
Tonight we're going to do a classic daiquiri. We're going to serve it up, and then we're also going to do a drink I came up with the other day called a dragon pomojito, which is a dragonberry mojito with pomegranate. And we're going to be using Bacardi because they are a sponsor tonight.
Yes. You know, I'm looking forward to what you're going to be mixing up with us. I know for those who are at home, I know Daniel, we've shared on our page, our Indie Pride page, some of the ingredients that you'll be using today. Like he said, Bacardi is our main sponsor. So we're going to be definitely using Bacardi in our drinks. And if you want, please go on our page where you're going to see those ingredients. And before we start, Daniel, is there any, as you're talking through the drinks, you know, if individuals don't have those ingredients, could you speak to any substitutes we could add just to have the same ingredients?
Yeah, for one of the drinks we can, because I actually don't carry mint here at the bar, and mojito normally has mint in it. So we're using creme de menthe instead. Most preferences are fresh mint, but creme de menthe works as well, and it's just as tasty if you ask me.
All right, awesome. So I'm gonna let you take it over and take us through what you're adding, you know, step by step. And as you're making the drinks, you know, my mouth's gonna be watering on this side, but I'm definitely gonna have a drink after we throw in the DJ.
Sounds great. So first, I'll start with our most important ingredient in any cocktail is gonna be the ice. You want ice in your shaker, and then you want to ice down your martini glass because any drink that is served up should always be in a martini glass. Well, ice and water to cool it off. Then we'll start with 2 ounces, or 1 3/4 ounce to 2 ounces of Bacardi.
All right.
And then about 1/2 ounce of lime juice. And you shake it.
Now that's the sound I love to hear. I'll put it that way.
And then you pour it, make sure there's no ice in there. Straight to the top. Greg, you want this?
Absolutely.
I think we're giving approval from Greg.
Normally put a lime in there.
It's delicious.
So you don't have to put lime in there. I like the lime juice myself. The next drink we're going to do is, I literally came up with it last week. I'm gonna try this one out. Start with ice again in your shaker, and then ice in your cup. For this one, we're going to use the Bacardi Dragonberry rum. It's one of my favorite flavors that they carry, and about 1.5 ounces. And then we're using a pomegranate liqueur. The one we carry here at Greg's is Palma. Probably about 1/2 ounce of this. Do about 1/4 ounce of lime juice and 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, and about 1/2 ounce of creme de menthe. Or you can do some fresh mint to however much you would like to have in there. Give that a shake or two.
Once again, my favorite part.
Pour it on in. This is something I would also put a lime wedge in the top of it. Maybe some fresh mint if we carried it. And there you are.
All right. Greg, let us know how it tastes.
Oh, the martini was delicious. The lime is more the proper word.
All right. Hopefully everyone, has an opportunity to try out, some of the special cocktails that we have posted and some of the cocktails right here that Daniel has made for us. What I do want to ask Daniel is, what are some of your fond memories at Greg's?
Oh, Lord. One of my fondest memories actually was I had a birthday party here when I was working at Ollie's a decade ago. And it was Dan and Cruz and about 10 other people that were regulars over at Ollie's. We were just hanging out here on the patio one afternoon. That's probably one of my favorite days here in years. But really coming in here every day, I always have a good time. It's always a fun place to be. Enjoy the staff. I work for a couple great people, so it's always a good time.
That's awesome. I can say there's never, you can probably contest that there's never a dull moment there at Greg's.
Oh.
So
definitely not a dull moment ever.
So Daniel, I really want to thank you, for showing us how to make, those two exciting cocktails. And it's been great hanging out with you and Greg, and really, just seeing the bar, Greg's Art Place right now is really just making me excited about the June 14th date. That's been set out for, you guys reopening.
Sunday afternoon.
I couldn't hear
Sunday
that.
would be that day. That's Sunday afternoon with Show Tune Sunday.
Oh, there you go. So I hope everyone heard that. We are, definitely excited about what's to come for Greg's and the new exciting things that's happening inside. Like I said, I want to thank you, Daniel and Greg, for showing us Greg's Art Place and why it's such a pillar within our community. So I think we've reached that time where we are going to transition into DJ Andy Austin. He's going to be spinning some tunes for us. There is a link that's going to be provided so that we have our audience can hop on that link and dance the night away. I know all of us are sitting in our homes right now, probably sitting on your couch like I was a few minutes ago before hopping on. But I know I'm going to get on there and support and DJ Andy Austin and really jam and have a great time. So on behalf of Indie Pride, I want to thank everyone for joining us and have a great time. And again, our thank you to our sponsors and please everyone stay safe. We love you and please enjoy the music. Once again, I'm Larry and have a great night. Thank you.